Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel, Shanna Makes It. Recently I had a lot of fun creating a background panel with this particular stamp set right here. If you saw that video, it was this card here. And I just made it a Hello Friend card, which I haven't obviously used yet. But I wanted to show that to you. But what I was thinking is, as I'm creating some Mother's Day cards, it would be fun to use this again for the background panel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my Misty and do much like I did before. And my Misty is incredibly filthy right now. I've done a lot of stamping recently, so I probably should have cleaned that first. But anyway, I'm going to grab a panel, and I've just got some hammer mill cardstock, and I'm going to just push it into the lower corner, and that's where it's going to go. And then I'm going to take my stamp set, and hopefully it's good and clean. I've been fiddling around with it a little bit, and I'm going to lay it here on my card base, and I'm going to have to get my little magnet out of the way. And then I'm just going to take some tape rolled up very quickly, and I'll just pick that stamp set up with it. And then I had such great success with the distressed oxides, and I used for that other card, I used the crackling campfire and the dried marigold, and it was absolutely beautiful. Loved it. But for this one, I think I'm going to try a couple colors. I'm going to try the milled lavender, and I'm going to try the tattered rose is what I'm going to use. I love the distress oxides because they just, you can tell where you've stamped them, and you know exactly what you're going to get with them. So you can just kind of ink them up, and you can see where the ink is. That's what I like about them. So then what I did, so that I would have some good, kind of some good dimension to it, is I took a blending brush and I just blended some color along the edge. And I'm just going to take, and I may do more of it on this, I don't know. So this has predominantly more purple on it. So I'm going to add some pink to this area here. And I don't know, I might just kind of do a little bit of both on this panel. Okay, I think that's kind of pretty. Just a soft purple. And yeah, I like that. Okay, so I'm going to clean up my area here so I can work a little bit. And then we'll figure out what we're going to do with the rest of it. So hang in there. Okay, so I had this purple pattern paper. It's got just a little bit of, you can't really see it on the camera, it's got a little texture to it. And I thought it would be nice as a base for this particular card. And so I went ahead and used one of my A2 matting basics to cut that out so I'd have a good, nice square shape. And then I used a smaller one to cut this out. And since I've done that, I feel like I want a little bit more, and I kind of took from the top, since those butterflies weren't whole, I kind of took from the top of that. So I feel like I want to do a little bit more blending along the top here where it cut off, and then along the sides, just so I'll have a little bit more. And I'm just using what's left on my brush to do that. And that way I didn't lose my purple that was on there. So I'm just doing a little bit more blending, so I've got that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is clean my hands again because I keep getting them dirty. And I'm going to get me a card panel. I don't want to get my card panel dirty. That's why I'm trying to get my hands good and clean. And what I'm going to do, I think I'll do a top folding card panel. And I'm going to lay this aside. Whoops. I'm actually even going to spray my, spray that because I just don't want to get my card panel dirty. So I'm just going to spray that off, put my ink blending brush back up, get this good and dry. Sorry, sometimes you've got some housekeeping that goes along with card making. And I'm going to just take and score it at 5.5. This will be 4 1/4 by 5.5 top folding. I get my panels ready so that I have top folding and side folding, and I've just got them all ready, not scored, and I've got them laying in my craft cart. So I can just reach over there and grab a panel anytime I need it. I've got them cut up and ready to go, and that just makes it handy. I love that. And what I do is I just pull my craft cart right next to my desk as I'm making cards, and then I've got everything right there at my fingertips. So with that said, I've got my panel that I made, and I could emboss this, but it's got a little bit of texture to it, so I don't think I need to. So what I'm going to do is I am going to just grab my tape runner, because this will make fast work of it, and just go right down the edge. And I am going to have to adjust lighting. I am starting to lose my daylight. So this is going to have just a tiny little edge around it. So I'm going to try and get it lined up to where I have a nice little edge around it. So I think that'll be all right. And then I've got my panel here that I created my little background with. And I think I might, let's see, I need to see if I have some foam tape. Let me look and see if I have some foam tape, and if I do, I need to grab some more because I've been using it all up at my desk there. Well, it looks like I'm running low. All right, well, I'll be laying that panel, I'll just lay it straight down is what I'll do. I am going to have some dimension because I am going to use one of those butterflies, one of those Simon butterflies that I die cut a bunch of those out in my last video, and I've been using on my cards. It'll be a little different from the other butterfly that was on the card that I showed you in the intro of it, because it is a different one. And then I'm just going to get this laid down. Just try to get a good clean edge on that. That's one thing nice about the glue. You've got room to wiggle and you can straighten it up. So I had previously die cut out a bunch of these, and this is the Simon Says stamp winged butterfly. It's this particular one, and this is exactly the size of it right here. But I had one in purple that I had previously die cut out, and then I had one in this rose colored that I had previously die cut out. And since I put the purple backing on there, I'm feeling like I want the purple, but I wanted to kind of look. I feel like that kind of gets lost in it. I'm thinking that I do want the purple. And then I need to pull out my Happy Mother's Day sentiments that I did ahead of schedule. So let me, I did them the other night when I did just a ton of these. I need to reach and pull those out real quick. Let me grab that, and I'm going to pause because I need to let the dog in because he's chirping at the door. So I did go to my Happy Mother's Day sentiments that I already had cut out, and I had them in white. I've got them in the same glitter that I have on this, but I don't think I like that. I've got them in white, and I could actually line it with the glitter. I don't like that either. I think what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to take one of these that I've just got die cut out, and it's just in plain hammer cardstock, and I think I'm going to take it and just try to add the color that is on our card base, and just kind of add it in there is what I'm going to, and see how I like that. I'm just taking the purple and just going across it, and then it'll be the exact color that we used to blend our base. So hopefully it won't be too subtle, but I think I kind of like that. So I'm just going to pull it out. I'm thinking I'm not going to use the shadow. And then lay it on there. And see how that looks. That looks pretty. I feel like it could be a little bit darker. So let me just try to go a little bit darker, and I have to be really careful so I don't tear my die cut. I'm not sure I'm going to get any darker color. That's probably about as dark as I'm going to get. That looks really pretty. Let's see, what would it look like? I seem to be having dog issues this evening. Hold on just a moment. Let me let this dog back out. I am dog sitting, so I've got a couple little doggies, and they are wanting to do their own thing. I feel like this just isn't quite as dark as what it needs to be. You know, it doesn't match that. It does match this, but I think I like that. What would it look like if I put a white backing behind it? Let's just see. Let's see if we can pop this in here and see what it would look like. No, I don't like it. Okay. And I'm sure I'm getting the back of my panel dirty. Oh, luckily I haven't yet, so good. All right, I think that's the directions I'm going to go with, and it's just going to be real subtle. And I think I'll just get these elements laid down, and I am going to grab my tweezers so that I can get a hold of these and get them glued correctly. So I'm just going to take this and just kind of glue it up. I'm using my Barely Art glue with a precision tip that is helpful. And I'll link everything up in the description box below so you can check it out if you're interested in buying anything. And I'm going to lay this at an angle like I had it and just lay it down in there. It's going to cover up that butterfly, but you can tell what it is. And then for this, just I'm going to just glue kind of the body of the butterfly so that the wings can be raised a little bit. And I think that'll be all right. Now I think I saw on the side here, yep, I didn't do a very good job layering, so I'm just going to throw some glue in there and pinch that together. When I was looking at it, I thought it looked like it was coming apart. So I've just got the body of the butterfly there, and I'm just going to lay it down Clean up some of that glue. It will dry clear, and I'm going to get something heavy, lay on there, and press down. I'm going to do that with my sentiment as well. And then this will be my card. And I think it's really pretty. Very subtle, very feminine. I think that'd be a very nice card. So I just need to lay something heavy on it and just let it dry. Okay, so I think we've got it glued down nicely, and I'm just going to hopefully find my jewel tool that is laying on my desk here. And I'm just going to add some embellishments. I had some purple and pink, and I thought that would be pretty. And so I'm just going to lay some of those down. And that'll finish our card off. So I'm going to take a pink one, lay it down there. I think I'll put a purple one right beside it. And I'm going to put one there and just push down. And then I'm going to put two here, and then we'll have our triangle, and we'll have our odd number, and we'll just call this card finished. And I think it looks really cute. Let me know what you think. I'll take some photos of it and we'll get a better image of it. But I think it's really pretty, very feminine, and I like it. It's just a simple statement for Mother's Day. So I hope you like it. Give me a thumbs up if you do. Thank you. Bye-bye.